In the main event of UFC 252, Stipe Miocic defeated Daniel Cormier via unanimous decision. Here's how the MMA community reacted to the fight. Colby Covington tweeted, "Keep your head up, champ," at DC MMA. Legends never die. Jeremy Stevens tweeted, "Congrats Stipe Miocic and thanks DC for giving us your all. Happy retirement, brother. Amazing." Alexander Volkanovski tweeted, "Congratulations Stipe Miocic. 214-pound Volk is coming for you." Uriah Hall tweeted, "At DC MMA, legend, brother." Derek Brunson tweeted, "Great night of fights. Stipe came in shape. Looked like a lean 205er. Much respect to the legend DC." Stephen Thompson tweeted, "What a fight. Great fight to end the trilogy. Both guys gave it their all. Man." Michael Bisping tweeted, "Congrats champ and congrats champ. Both men should be very proud." Francis Ngannou tweeted, "Great performance to both guys. Congrats to Stipe on the performance. See you soon." John Jones tweeted, "Oh boy." He followed up with, "You should see DC's boxing defense majorly decrease. Look at that eye. What a warrior." He followed up with, "Heavyweight World Championships. I will be seeing you real soon. Victorious." He followed up with, "This is exciting for me." He followed up with, "For some reason these heavyweights don't seem so big to me tonight." He ended it off with, "Avoid Stipe's right hand. I'm too fast. I'll be too strong when the time is right and have way too much energy. Soon and very soon I will be considered the baddest man on this planet." Khabib Nurmagomedov recently held a press conference in Russia and spoke on his MMA career. According to MMA reporter Alan Dawson, he said he will be willing to fight Conor McGregor as his last fight. He posted this on his Twitter. He went on to say, "George St Pierre or Conor McGregor could be the 30th fight. After my next fight, I will be glad to fight anyone. Tony, anyone." I also heard Khabib say Conor, but the translator didn't pick up on it. He followed up quoting Khabib saying, "If Conor returns, I will be glad to fight him." Khabib Nurmagomedov said, "All these people are great fighters." A 3-round light heavyweight bout between Ovince St Preux vs Alonzo Menifield has been targeted for a UFC card on August 22nd. Ovince St Preux is coming off a split decision loss to Ben Rothwell, and Alonzo Menifield is coming off a unanimous decision loss to Devin Clark. A 3-round women's flyweight bout between Cynthia Calvillo vs Lauren Murphy has been targeted for UFC 254. Cynthia Calvillo is coming off a unanimous decision win over Jessica Ai, and Lauren Murphy is coming off a unanimous decision win over Roxanne Modafferi. Justin Gaethje in a recent interview speaks on his strengths going into his fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov.
So I've met a lot of people who think that you are the guy who has the most chances to defeat Khabib. Why do you think a lot of people think this way? What's special about you versus Khabib?
I mean, I'm one of few that has been working as, me and Khabib are the same age, and I started wrestling at 4. I know he started around the same age, so, we've both been working our whole lives for this. I wrestled my whole life. No one's ever taken me down and controlled me, and I do believe, I possess the power to knock any man out. So, I have to stop the takedowns. I have to stay off the fence, and he's definitely. Everybody says they've never fought somebody like me, but I'm dangerous. Yeah, so it was just wrestling. I wrestled from 4 till 22. I'd never been in a street fight. I didn't know if I could fight or not, but I knew I was always aggressive on the wrestling mat, so it looks fun.
Vacation is over. I'm on my way home now. The trailer is hooked up already, and yeah, gonna go back home and start my fight camp. Fight news soon, guys. I'm back to 155. I'm going after that title.
Dana White in a recent interview with Kevin Iole speaks on why Khamzat hasn't been booked to fight yet.
"I can't believe you haven't asked me about Khamzat yet. Kevin Iole texts me 37 times a day, every day, asking me when Khamzat's fighting."
Well,
Was that on the list? Is that on the list right now?
Lene told me I had 20 minutes to talk to, so I was going to use 10 minutes for everybody else and then 10 minutes for Khamzat. So that's
right.
So let's get into it. My favorite fighter now. When is Khamzat Chimaev going to fight?
We're working on it. I want to fight him. I want him here. I want him to come to America and fight. So we'll see what happens.
Did you offer, you had said after his July 25th fight that you were going to, he wanted to fight on UFC 252 and you were going to make that happen. And I know things fall through. Did you offer the fight to anybody and have people turn it down? Or
No. He wants to fight and people will fight him. It just, we got to work on getting him in the country. It ain't easy to get people in the country right now.
Okay. So I hadn't thought yet about that.
Woodley on his Instagram live speaks on whether he'll ever fight Jorge Masvidal.
I don't really need the BMF belt, you know what I mean? My lifestyle and what I've been through, what I do that. But if it's a bag behind it and they wanna, you know, they need handsome to do it, I'm always up to it for sure. Definitely make that money. But Masvidal's my dog, man. You know, we spoke about this. If it's for a strap, for some dumb bread, you know what I mean? I can't keep him away from me. He can't keep me away from me. We gotta go get that for our family. So outside of those conditions, I'm not just gonna fight him because y'all want to see it, or you know what I mean. I respect him a lot, and yeah, I think you feel the same way.
Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast speaks on Chris Weidman breaking his losing streak.
Yeah, and the whole of a level to it comes from this is because Chris Weidman was the champion. He was the guy that dethroned Anderson Silva and then beat him again. Regardless of the circumstances, he had 2 wins over a very, very dominant Anderson. Then he went on and he had some good defenses over Vitor and Machida, right? The reason I'm bringing those up is because he's now living the championship lifestyle. He's now taking out guys. He's now pay-per-view headliner, and he's beating guys, he's dominant guys. Vitor Belfort, Machida, Anderson Silva, right? These are big fights. I don't know what those pay-per-view numbers were, but I guarantee they were pretty healthy, and he would have made a lot of money, right? And he's hanging out with Kevin Smith and Kevin James, pardon me, and he's doing a little bit of acting, and he's living in a big, beautiful house, right? That all brings a lot of pressure because you have this lifestyle. And of course, he has children and he has a wife and he has a future that he wants to give them. And of course, through fighting, you can do all of that if you achieve the highest heights of this sport. But then it all starts to go wrong. Then he starts to lose fights and he can't seem to get it together, right? So not only is he going in there, as you said, fighting on TV, fighting in a very difficult sport, fighting in front of the entire world watching, but he's also, I don't know what his situation is. Maybe he doesn't need that. Maybe financially he's set for the rest of his life. But I'm just saying, typically when you start to lose, on top of everything else what's going on inside the cage, you've also got pressures which are going on outside of the cage as well. Not to mention the fact that he's getting older. He's maybe had a few injuries over the course of his career as well. So going in there, it's very, very hard because you've got this whole, fucking boiling pot of negativity, but which can be all fixed if you just get a fucking win. You just need the win. You got I don't know if he has financial problems, but let's just assume that, you know, his millions have been used up a little bit. He's had injuries and he performed. Again, looked a little sloppy in the striking, you know, but once he got him down on the ground, he was very dominant. Obviously, Akhmedov is a tough guy, big, strong guy. It was a well-needed win. It was a well-needed win. It wasn't the best performance of his life, but still, a win in the toughest sport in the world. Congratulations.